Hi everyone, welcome back. How are we feeling about 2025? I mean, I want it to be a better year, but yeah, it will be. We've got to be positive. It's going to be a good year. We've got to make it a good year. So let's go. Let's see. And today we're going to be looking at some Reddit drama. We all love a bit of drama, don't we? So yeah, got some good ones I think today. Am I the bumhole for refusing to attend my best friend's wedding after she replaced me as maid of honour because I'm fat? I'm pregnant, in brackets, and asking her to pay me back for everything. Wow. Okay. Let's get into it. I, 27 female, have been best friends with Claire, 28 female, since high school. When she asked me to be her maid of honour, I was thrilled and went all out to make her wedding special. I paid for the bridal shower, bachelorette party, a weekend trip, decorations, and other expenses, spending several $1,000s. Well, you're very nice. What is the difference between... So, here in the UK, we have the hen do, which would be your version of bachelorette party. Bridal shower... Is that the same as like a baby shower? Why is she getting two... I don't understand. Two things. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comments below, but we shall continue. While it was a lot of money for my husband and me, I wanted to make her big day perfect because she's like family to me. Wow. That's very nice of you. 2 months ago, I shared that I'm 4 months pregnant. Claire congratulated me, but started acting distant afterwards. She excluded me from conversations about the wedding and made passive comments about how hard it is to coordinate when people are distracted. Okay. I brushed it off, thinking it was wedding stress. Oh. It's always wedding stress. A few days ago, she sat me down and told me she didn't want me to be in the wedding anymore. Okay, her reason, I'm getting too fat. Oh, that's horrible. Like, what is wrong with people? People. Anyway, and she doesn't want me to be in the pictures. She said she has specific vision for her wedding. Oh my God, get over yourself, you crazy. Sorry. And I no longer fit it. Wow. I was devastated. Yeah, I bet you were, hon. Like, I'd be devastated too. I asked if it was about my pregnancy, but she insisted it wasn't personal. Well, it clearly is personal. God. She said she was replacing me as maid of honour with another friend who fit her aesthetic. You can't do that to people. You cannot do that to people. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Anyway, I told her if I wasn't in the wedding, I wouldn't attend at all. I also handed her the receipts for everything I paid for and told her she or her fiance needed to reimburse me since I'd only spent the money as maid of honour. Yeah, too right. Claire flipped out, calling me selfish and accusing me of trying to ruin her wedding. Bitch, no. She said it was tacky to ask for the money back and that expenses like this were my responsibility as maid of honour. I reminded her that she removed me from that role, so those expenses were no longer mine. Yes, get the money back. Since then, Claire, her fiance and her family have been spamming my phone with calls and texts. They're accusing me of being petty and overreacting because of pregnancy hormones. Ugh. Fucking people. They're also saying I should have just let it go and written off the money because weddings are stressful. And Claire didn't mean to hurt me. Well, she did. She hurt you. And she did it with malicious intention because she called you fat, which is horrible because you're not fat, you're pregnant, honey. Okay, I'm getting annoyed for you, my God. My husband is being incredibly supportive and says I did the right thing. Yes, you did. Go, husband. He's furious at how Claire treated me and agrees that I shouldn't be out of thousands of dollars for the wedding if I'm not part of it. Yeah, 100%. I feel heartbroken and humiliated by someone I thought was my best friend. Still, the constant backlash has made me second guess myself. Am I the bumhole for standing up for myself and asking for reimbursements? Should I have just quietly stepped aside? No! No, not at all. You should not have stepped aside. At all. You did the right thing, honey. Absolutely the right thing. 100% the right thing. Yeah. Hands down, you are not the bumhole, in my opinion. But let's see what Reddit said, shall we? You're not the bumhole. Claire is a huge bumhole, and I would take her to small claims court for scamming you to get you to pay with no intention of following through with having you as maid of honor. Yeah, 100%. I think you should. Oh, people really annoy me. Weddings are insane. They turn people into monsters. Yeah. Can we go back to the village turning up for a party version? Yeah, I mean, it does. People are insane. And I understand, like, it's one day and you want it to be perfect. But also, your lifelong friend, it doesn't matter if they're pregnant. Like, I don't understand. If I ever get married and one of my friends is pregnant, I don't care. She will be still my, bridesmaid or maid of honor. The person who I have in mind for my maid of honor, she's already had all her kids and she's like, I'm done. So it's unlikely she'll be pregnant. But even regardless, I would still have her as my maid of honor. But this is another good comment. OP, I'm so sorry you had to go through this. And I want you to know it wasn't about the money and wasn't because you were too fat. It was your friend's extremely fragile ego. She was too afraid your obvious belly would take all the attention away from her. So sad how wrong she was. My wife's BFF was 9 months preggo at our second wedding. Our first was signing papers in my in-laws' backyard because of COVID. Her belly was a goddamn beach ball. Nobody cared, especially not us. We're just happy she made an effort to be here at 9 months pregnant. Prego, oh my god. Yeah, it's so true. Yeah, I'm really sorry. It's really horrible. You are definitely not the a-hole, for sure. Absolutely not. Sorry, I just did a Charlotte Dobre. This isn't Am I the Bumhole, but this is some drama, some wedding drama. My 29 female fiance, 30 male, knew about my mother's affair and didn't tell me. Okay. Let's have a look. So, 3 weeks ago, I had to sit down with my dad and listen to my mother tell him there's words missing, so I'm going to replace them. 3 weeks ago, I had to sit down with my dad and listen to my mother tell him that she wanted a divorce because she'd been having an affair with a guy she met on the internet for a year now. Oh, that's really sad. That's horrible. I mean, just no. Now, the first part I understood. My dad had already talked to me about their marriage, just wasn't the same as before, and although he was doing his best part to change things up, my mum wasn't caring about it anymore. But the affair part got me really mad and I felt a bit heartbroken. Yeah, of course you would. Especially because she kept repeating that she knew my dad didn't deserve this and how angry she was at herself. Yeah, so, I mean, if you know he didn't deserve it, why did you do it? You have to think about other people's feelings before you go and get sausage elsewhere, My goodness. So I called my fiance because I was upset and I needed to talk to someone. Except that when I told him about it, he just goes about that and proceeded to tell me that he already knew for 5 months. Because he would often see my mum and the man at the restaurant near his work. I asked him why he hadn't told me about it, and he said that he just didn't know how to do it, and there never seemed to be a right time for it. I mean, yeah. I can understand that completely, but I can also see her side of things as well. How do you tell someone that their mum is cheating on their dad? You know, how do you? And you're going to break a family. You are going to break a family apart because not many people can get over this sort of thing. So yeah, how do you do that? That's a lot of pressure on someone. After that, he said he would give me some space, and we haven't talked much since. I asked him out so we could have dinner and talk, but he's just sat in silence and wouldn't even look up into my eyes. Oh dear. I've been staying at my parents' house to help my dad, and my fiance is yet to show up. We're supposed to get married next year, and I thought at first that we should change the date for later, but now I'm feeling so uncomfortable and doubtful, I even wonder whether we should get married. I love him, but there is this weird feeling that I can't shake, and his behaviour through this entire thing isn't helping. I mean, yeah. I get it. I really do understand. OP has added some more information here regarding some comments she's had. A lot of people seem to think that I'm blaming my fiancé, and this is not the case. I am not blaming him, and I'm well aware of the fact that my mother is the one at fault in this entire situation. Yes, that's true. My point is he's being avoiding me, even though I could really use his support in this moment. I'm not even wanting to have a talk about what happened because I know we can come back to it once the dust has settled. Yeah. I just want someone to talk about mundane things and try to keep my mind away from the entire mess that's going on right now. But it seems I'll have to keep trying until then. Yeah, I understand that completely as well. Okay, someone commented, it's your mother that put everyone in this situation. She wasn't even being discreet. Odd that he saw her so many times, but she never saw him, and very poor timing for her to announce right before your wedding. I am sorry you are the one who got royally screwed. I mean, it's not right before the wedding. The wedding is a year away, so it's not right before. Calm down. And then OP said, from what he said, she saw him twice. During both times, she was just talking with a guy, so that's why she probably thought he didn't see anything besides that, except he did, or maybe she just didn't care. Yeah, it sounds like maybe she didn't care. You know, just don't cheat. I mean, it's a horrible thing to do, and it's not nice. If you know you're not in a good place in a relationship, yes, it's hard to venture out and start afresh, but my God, you've got to, sort it out, and because it's hurtful for the other person. Okay, so we do have an update. Making this update so I can move on from that. Not a happy update, but here we go. Oh dear. After making the post, I realised that maybe I was being accusatory and that I should try being more open with him. I invited him to my place. He didn't show up and instead decided to call me. Oh. I was already having a hard time, so this didn't sit right with me, which led to us arguing through the phone and ended up with my now ex-fiancé revealing that he had been having an affair himself with a woman from work. Oh, no. No. Oh, that... Sorry, but that's why he went all... Oh, that makes sense now. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is horrible. What an absolute mother effer. Absolute mother. I'm really sorry. My God, that's so horrible. The entire thing had been going on for almost a year, and at first he thought it was just a one-time thing. Of course, they always do. Except it kept happening, and he figured out that he had feelings for her. It was around that time he moved to his friend's place, so he could take her there whenever his friend wasn't home, which was often. This was why he didn't tell me about my mother's affair. He felt guilt and he started feeling paranoid. After the whole thing blew up, he got scared and was trying to do damage control, including trying to break up with her, except he didn't want to break up with her, so it was going to be me instead. That is horrible. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. Last time we spoke to each other in November, once he finished cancelling the stuff that was already planned. He wanted to keep contact in the future, which I denied. Yes, absolutely 100% deny. I moved closer to where my dad lives. His divorce still isn't finished, but it'll get there. My mother has been living with her boyfriend since the whole thing came to light. I haven't spoken to her since, even though she tried to contact me once I cancelled the wedding. I'm still not in a good shape emotionally, but I'm trying to get there. I truly wish no one ever goes through that. I am so incredibly sorry. That is just absolutely horrible. My God, he is an absolute asshole. He is. And I'm really sorry. That is no wonder why he was like being so distant and acting. I should have thought that myself. Like, why is he being all weird? I don't know. Maybe because he thought, guilt of like everything that's happened. But that's clearly why now. I am so incredibly sorry. I like this comment. How the F do people find people to date and others to have an affair with? Yes. How? Like, I am struggling to find people actually interested in a relationship, but everyone is out there at Cheetah's Cheesecake. It's so true. It's so difficult to find someone who wants a meaningful relationship. My God. It's so true. It's so true. That's very funny. I guess if you don't have morals, you have a wider dating pool. I don't get it either. Yeah. 100%. My God. Wow. Some people are just awful. Well, my darling, I hope you can find closure with this, and I really hope your dad's okay as well. In a way, you're going through the same thing as each other, so you can be there to, help each other, which is nice. It's horrible circumstances, but at least you have that someone with you, so that's really great. Anyway, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I want to get to 100 subscribers. Let's go for it. I'm on 73. Let's get to 100. Let's go. Thank you so much and see you again soon. Bye.